Hello, everyone, and I'm going to walk you through the steps of creating your choice board. And if you can remember, I created a butterfly choice board, and I'm going to walk you through how to set up and design this on your own. Obviously, you're going to be choosing a separate topic, but I just want to go through with you just the way to do it and some of the stylistic things that you can add to a choice board. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is create a new Google Doc. So I'm in my Drive. I'm just going to click on my plus sign here and open up a Google Doc, just a blank Google Doc. And this is going to be the template that I'm going to create for my choice board. I highly recommend creating your very own choice board template so that you can just make a copy each time you make a new choice board. So this time I'm going to make a frog choice board, similar to my butterfly choice board. And the first thing I do is I'm going to change the background color of my doc. And this is optional. You don't have to do this, but I do it. And this is a feature I use all the time, not just in when I'm making choice boards, but you can go to File. And then if you go to Page Setup and go to Page Color, you can select a different color for the background of your page. So I'm going to choose green and I'm going to click OK. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the font of my choice board, and I'm going to change the size to 14. If I do this right away, all of the text in my choice board will be the same. And then I'm going to center it, and I'm going to create a title. And I think I want to make that bold and a little bit bigger, so I'm going to highlight it and make it 24. There we go. Now I'm going to add the directions to my choice board. So my instructions are to select one blue box and one white box each day. So if you remember the butterfly choice board that I made, I did a 6-box choice board and I color coded the boxes so that students would have to choose one of each color per day. And I'm going to do the very same thing here. So one thing to keep in mind when you're creating something like this, the possibilities are endless. You certainly don't have to follow this particular way that I'm showing you. I'm just kind of starting you off. But once you start working and creating them, you can change the orientation of your paper, meaning like right now we have a portrait, but you can make a landscape. You can make a giant piece of paper here. You could do legal or tabloid and just kind of do something that was lengthwise. You can play around with the design and the fonts, and it's just have a little fun with it. So our next step is to actually create the boxes. So we're going to go to Insert, and then we're going to go to Table. And my choice board is a 3x3 here. So now my boxes are created, and I'm just going to go into each row, and I'm going to just press enter to make my boxes a little bit bigger. And now I'm going to color code them. And you can play around with the sizes of the boxes once you start putting your content into the boxes. All right, so for instance, to change this box color, I'm going to just make sure I'm clicked on it. My cursor's inside that box, and I'm going to go up to the paint can. And I told my students that they need to choose a blue and a white. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go up to my paint can and select white. And then I'm going to go back and do blue again. And then I'm going to do white. So I'm going to do a kind of checkerboard pattern here. So now I have my basic choice board created. And like I said, you might want to create a template and then just make a copy of it each time. So this would be my blank template. And then now we're ready to add our resources to our choice board.